That's right, the hottest searchers of the week are in. This is Hot Clicks with Natasha.
Friday morning, Natasha's back in the studio. How was your week?
Good. It was a fantastic week. Too short, but
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, good. Good to see you.
see you.
So let's get started, shall we, with a quiz question first.
Yes, the question is, this expression means to be pregnant, to have a blank in the oven. Is it number 1, chicken, number 2, bun, or number 3, pizza?
One more time, please.
This expression means to be pregnant. Is it number 1, to have a chicken in the oven, or number 2, a bun in the oven, or number 3, pizza in the oven?
Thank you. If you know the answer, you can put it on our Bundy board or use Kakao Talk or text in on your cell phone, pounder sharp 1045 for 50 or 101, depending on the length of your text. We are giving away a premium popcorn set, and you actually have
There we go.
the premium popcorn set with you. I had some of that last week.
They
It's,
taste so good.
it's good.
Which flavor did you have?
I had the one that was it was a combo.
Right.
It had the cheese and the caramel
and the chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite's the chocolate. Very delicious.
I like the cheese one. Anyway, it's a limited edition prize that we are giving away today, so it's a good one. All right, so where do we start then?
Our first keyword is Note 7 no more. So Samsung has finally pulled the plug on its Galaxy Note 7, ending all production and sales for good. Now, throughout late last week and early this week, there have been numerous reports of the replacement Galaxy Note 7s heating up. There were, I think, around 7 reports in total from Korea, China, and the US. Now, in response, Samsung first said that it'll investigate the situation. A few days later, it said that it'll be suspending its production line. And finally, on Tuesday, it said that it'll be permanently discontinuing the model.
This is big news, and it's been in the news for quite a while now. We saw some individual stories of things catching on fire and things like this. So it seems like they're making the right move here. This way, there won't be any more problems, right?
Right, it'll be discontinued for good. So now the question is, what do you do if you've already bought Note 7?
Yeah, so what happens there?
So there are compensation plans being placed around the world, and in Korea, the 3 telcos, they're offering full refunds and exchanges. They've been doing so since yesterday, Thursday. And if the customer decides to swap the Note 7 for another Samsung mobile model, then they'll receive up to 100,000, so 10만 won worth of credit from Samsung.
You don't have to give it back if you don't want to. You don't have to exchange it if you don't want to? Or is it a recall?
It's a recall. They recommend that, yeah.
it
So
is a
they say
recall.
if you're going to keep it, well, turn it off. And see, the problem is one of the replacement Galaxy Note 7s that caught on fire in the US was actually turned off.
Oh, really?
When it actually combusted.
So if you have one, give it back.
Give it back, get your refund, and the 10만 won if it applies.
All right, so what else is going on the internet then?
The next keyword is round 2. Now, we're, of course, talking about the Trump vs. Hillary presidential race. And it hasn't been a good week for Trump. Most polls show that Hillary won the second round of the presidential debate.
Right.
And there's been numerous allegations against Trump. They keep coming up one after the other all throughout the week. First, there were the 2 video clips, one from 2005, where he made some lewd remarks about women, and another from 1992. So they're going back in time.
Well, this is what happens. Sure, they try to find whatever they can, right?
Right. And in Trump's case, they find a lot, because in the 1992 video, he made sort of questionable remarks about a 10-year-old girl. So, and they were along the sexual references lines, so very inappropriate. And then there were 4 women alleging that Trump groped or kissed them without consent, and 2 Miss USA contestants said that Trump deliberately walked in on them while they were still naked and getting changed.
The allegations continue.
They are building. It's a growing list.
So those are the allegations against Trump. What about against Hillary Clinton?
Well, not so much allegations, but in Hillary's case, there were thousands, around 7,000, I believe, of emails exchanged between Hillary's top advisors that were leaked online through WikiLeaks. Now, very few of the emails were from Hillary herself. It was her top advisor's account that got hacked. There were only a few from Hillary. But it does paint the whole Hillary camp as being very sort of calculating, very cautious. And by reading all the emails, we know for sure that the Hillary camp were aware that the Qatari government and the Saudi Arabian government had been giving financial support to the IS. Hillary, in public, had been denying that. So now we know that that was false.
There's really nothing else like American politics, is it? Not that I'm aware of. In Canada, it's not the same. It's not the same spectacle.
Right.
It's not blown up into the same Hollywood-style production.
Yeah.
How about in Australia?
Definitely not so. There's less people. I guess the population size as well, but it's maybe because the power at stake is not as great as it would be for the American president.
Perhaps, but I just mean the scale and the drama.
The fanfare around it.
It's so unique,
It
isn't
is.
it? Again, maybe there's some other country that's similar, but I've never heard of it before. All right, moving on to our next one then.
Next one, also mentioned in the headlines, Bob Dylan. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature. So the 75-year-old rock legend had been named the recipient for this year's Nobel Prize in Literature. Were you surprised?
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about. You know, he doesn't write novels.
Yeah.
The poetry is, of course, existing in his song lyrics, but he's not necessarily a typical poet.
Right.
The modern-day poet.
Right.
So it was a bit of a surprise.
Bit of a surprise. I got the news through sort of the news alert on my phone. And I remember I had to do a double take because I just did not see that coming. That Bob Dylan would be getting the prize.
It was a pleasant surprise, right?
It was.
Yeah.
And, you know, online there are those betting sites where people bet on whoever they think will be the winner of this year's Nobel Prize. And by looking at the list and the prize money, you get an idea of who everyone thinks will win. And there are dozens of these sites, and almost all of them, Bob Dylan didn't make it to the top 10. So it's fair to say that
it was
pretty
a
much
huge
to
surprise
everyone,
then.
it came as a surprise.
Yeah, that's right. And next week, we are going to meet with one of the nominees for Morning Date.
That's right. It's the Kenyan writer Ngugiwa Thiong'o. He was, unlike Bob Dylan, he was always in the top 3, I believe, of the likely candidates. So he was a better favorite of this year's Nobel Prize in Literature.
So you can look forward to that interview for next week's Morning Date. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
That's right.
Fantastic. All right, we'll get more news on what's been hot on the internet after Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. We're finding out what's hot online with Natasha in this week's Hot Clicks, and we're going to move on to our next news, and it's about a golfer, right?
A golfer by the name of Park Se-ri.
Yeah.
Legendary Korean golfer Park Se-ri played her final Korean event yesterday at the LPGA Hana Bank Championship. Her colleagues, 후배s, fans, they all came out to congratulate her. You can see in the 보이는 radio.
Very emotional, right?
Very emotional because it marks the end of her 18-year career, during which she basically skyrocketed to the top of the game and inspired a whole new generation of Korean female pro golfers in Korea, including the current world big names such as Choi Na-yeon and Park In-bi. They are all known as Se-ri kids because they all took up the sport as a result of Park Se-ri.
18-year career. That is
18-year career.
pretty impressive, isn't it?
Impressive, and also because her global success, it coincided with the period when Korea went through IMF, the Asian financial crisis. So during that bleak period, a lot of people looked to Park Se-ri as a symbol of hope, and also just a sign that even though times are bad, if you put hard work, it'll eventually pay off.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on her retirement, right?
Congratulations, a well-deserved retirement.
I wonder how much golf she'll be playing in her
Probably
retirement.
Not. I reckon none, because I
Maybe.
mean, you know, when Kim Yona retired,
Yeah.
I don't think she even wants to go back to. I don't think she wants to see ice
Maybe.
at all.
Maybe. Final keyword this week.
Final keyword. Janet Jackson. So she was the song. We listened to the song during the break. Following months of speculation, Janet Jackson confirmed that she is indeed pregnant with her first child. The 50-year-old singer showed off her baby bump to People magazine. Now, back in April this year, Janet announced that she was delaying her tour because she and her husband were, quote, planning a family. So her diehard fans had been speculating correctly for some time now.
So exciting and surprising, I guess, right?
Yeah, at 50?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Big congratulations there. All right, Natasha, thank you very much. Can we have the answer to your quiz question now, please?
Sure. The question was, this expression means to be pregnant. Is it number 1, to have a chicken in the oven, number 2, a bun in the oven, or number 3, pizza in the oven?
One more time, the answer?
The answer is a bun in the oven.
A bun in the oven, that's right. And the premium popcorn set, show that prize, please. There it is. That premium popcorn set is going to Chase Samran-nim. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And enjoy that prize. Natasha, thank you so much. You have yourself a great week, and we'll see you again next time.
See you.
Bye-bye. All right, so winners for the text mission today. The vitamin C set goes to Minji Kim. The Weishik Samphongkwans to Shin Sarang-nim from Kakao Talk, Shin Mi-young-nim from Kakao Talk, and 6043-nim as well. And today the smoothie Kyohangwan will go to 3553-nim.